Assalamu alaikum and peace be upon you. I'm honored to have you all here today, and I'd like to welcome you all. First, I'd like to start the program by inviting Sayyida to recite Holy Quran. Sayyida, can you please come?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ahdina as-siratal mustaqim. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Thank you, Sayyida. That was a beautiful recitation. And now I'd like to welcome Brother Mushtaq Merchant.
Assalamu alaikum, all of you, and shalom to those people who are Jewish. And I try to find out what does the Christians say when they welcome people, and I was told, say hello. So hello to all of you. But anyhow, I wanted to give a translation to what this Sayyida basically recited, and that is, in the name of Allah, most compassionate and merciful, all praise belongs to Allah, who is compassionate. So I have to say it in Arabic and English, so bear with me, okay? So, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. All praise belongs to Allah, most compassionate and merciful. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin, master of the day of judgment. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. You are the only one we praise, and you are the only one we ask for help. Ahdina as-siratal mustaqim. Guide us along the straight path. Siratal lazina an'amta alayhim. Path of those whom you have liked. Ghayril maghzubi alayhim walazzalin. Not a path of those whom you have disliked and who have gone astray. That's all the meaning of this particular surah that she recited. That's one of the favorite surah, and that's actually normally listed in the beginning of the Quran. That's the first surah that is there. We recite that surah every time we say our prayers, and that surah is one of the compulsory surahs for the part of our prayers, which we always ask for God, to guide us along the straight path of those whom you have liked, but not the path of those whom you have disliked and who have gone astray. And that is very important for us in our daily prayers that we do. So I have gone across my boundaries already. I leave a lot of these things for Maulana to explain, but I wanted you to know that that is one of the main things that we pray 5 times a day. And within 5 times, there are several different times we pray the same prayers every day. So when you start a day like that, before the sunrise, and you ask for God to, guide you along the straight path, your day goes much better that way. And you continue to ask on a daily basis and before going to bed. So all day long, when you say 5 times these prayers, you're basically leaving the evil people or evil thoughts behind you and go for the straight path. Anyhow, one of the reasons that we have gotten together is to find out the commonality between the Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. I know a lot of people read the newspapers and medias and internet and get a second-hand or third-hand type of information. We're here to show you exactly what we believe in it, and then judge people according to that and find the commonalities, because after all, we are all children of Abraham. And if you want to go farther back, Prophet Abraham, sometime approximately 1800 BC, before Christ, 1800 before Christ. So if we were to calculate it, 3,800 years ago, Prophet Abraham came and tried to preach to the people the right thing to do. And Prophet Abraham had two wives, Sarah and Hajar. And that's where we started to apart a little bit the generations after that. But after all, so when you look at it, it all comes down to Prophet Abraham. And this is, we are all children of Prophet Abraham. You can go farther back, Adam and Eve also. But, we stop at the father of Abraham to be able to relate to something, to see where we kind of went a little apart away from each other. So I welcome all of you. We have Barrington Community Church over here. Samira is the leader of that group. And we have Father Corey here from St. Viator. We welcome you. And we have Wheaton North High School. We have people from Wheaton North High School. So we welcome all of you over here. And what I would like to do is that maybe each one, a leader of one of these three groups may be able to come up here and tell us about your group and what you are trying to work with it, what are your beliefs are, and maybe we can find a common ground and help each other understand each other a little bit better. So I welcome Barrington Community Church person, leader, to come up first and tell us about what you think of your mission is and how we can help each other. Thank you.
My name is Samira El-Yassir. And I was raised a Muslim, so I am very honored and happy to be here today among you all. I'm the person that represents the Community Church of Barrington, and we are in Barrington, Illinois. And we have brought with us a group of young people or youth, and we call them those that are going on a journey through adulthood. We call it J2A. And the purpose of that is for them to learn not only about their own faith, but what is their faith in their heart. We have a religion, but what is it that they really believe that's going to sustain them in their lives? What's going to hold them through? And to give them more knowledge about the Bible, to give them more knowledge about different religions and different places to go. For example, last night we went to a synagogue. Today we are honored to be here at the Islamic Center. We will go to the Baha'i Temple because I think it's very important, once again, to look at what is it that we have in common. We have one thing very much in common, is that the love of God, the love of Allah. So we are taking everyone on their journey, and I think everyone can learn a lot by opening up not just their eyes, but their ears and their hearts. Whatever you read, think for yourself, all right? Really evaluate what is right and proper. Open your word, the word that God has given you or Allah has given you, and take time to ponder it. Don't listen to other people. That's not where you're going to find truth in your life. But so that is why we are here today, and we are most honored to be here, so thank you. And for any of the youth, including our own, ask questions. That's the most exciting things. You don't know if you don't ask. So does that kind of give you an idea? Thank you.
So now I invite St. Viator's leader to come up and give us their view for a few minutes, and then after that we'll invite Wheaton High School. Sure, you are ready to go to college, I know. Can't wait, right? The freedom. And after that, the program is that Maulana will be able to provide a much more detailed information about Islam and the divisions in Islam and things like that. And after that, we will pray for, it normally is for 10 minutes. If somebody wants to join us, that's fine. If you can just wait, you can be an observant if you like. And after that, we'll have some snacks, sandwich lunches, and then we can all say goodbye to each other. So that's what the day is going to look like, okay? So please, leader from St. Viator. This is Father Corey.
Assalamu alaikum. Shalom alaikum. I'm very honored to be here again. It's been maybe my third or so visit to this community. I'm my formal title is Vice President of St. Viator High School, and I'm a Catholic priest. And I'm here today, really there's two reasons. First, I brought some students from my world religions class, which it's really the only class I teach anymore, but it's the closest class to my heart. And we have just begun the study of Islam. And so I brought some students who really want to learn about our commonalities, learn the history of Islam so that they can have a deeper respect and appreciation, and I believe because of that, even grow in their own faith as they are touched by the faith of our Muslim brothers and sisters. The other reason I'm here and is for about a year ago, as a Catholic, I would say, through the grace of God, I was able to come together with Muslim and Jewish brothers and sisters, adults and teens, to form what we've called the Children of Abraham Coalition, a suburban coalition of adult and teen Muslims, Christians, and Jews who work together as leaders in a group that has made a commitment to stand for interfaith peace and to create a world, as we say, of salam, shalom, peace. I feel very deeply about this as a Catholic leader because my church teaches me that it is my responsibility to develop relationships with people from non-Christian traditions, to work with them for a better world, and to learn about their faith so that I can stand up as a Catholic leader to bigotry and injustice aimed at people for religious reasons. And we've seen a lot of that, unfortunately, in our nation these last 10 years. So, inshallah, this coalition will continue to grow, and I believe that it is God's will because I see goodness coming out of it and spreading forth from it, and I would like to invite all present here to become involved in it and to ask questions about this interfaith coalition throughout the day as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Father Corey. That was wonderful, beautiful words, nicely said. So now I invite Wheaton High School leader to come please join us.
Hi, I'm from Wheaton North. Our religious tolerance club is called ACT, for Activists Choosing Tolerance, and it was just founded last year. We visited the Baha'i Temple, the BAPS Temple, the Unitarian Universalist Church, and the Jewish Synagogue, and our purpose is mostly just to expand our horizons because, I mean, our community is rather homogenous, so it's so easy to be ignorant, but if we can work towards understanding beliefs that might have been foreign to us previously, we can work towards building peace and coexistence and have a brighter future. So, okay.
Sorry about that. I was taking multiple duties over here, you know. You know, when you're in a religion, you do a lot of stuff, not only one thing, you know. You clean the place, you preach, and you do all of that stuff, and I think Maulana is very familiar with that process. So now, next thing is Maulana, right, Sister Shaheen? Oh, she's not here. Okay. So I would like to welcome Maulana. His name is Maulana Mehboob Mehdi Najafi. And he has been the leader of this group for at least past 15 years approximately. He comes from India, And his father was also a religious leader in India. So all his background is a religious part of it. He's an excellent educator, tremendous amount of knowledge in Islam, and we very well respect him. And we are fortunate for him to have here and tell us more about the details of Islamic religion. Every time I listen to him, I learn more about it. You know, I'm over 60 years old, but I still learn. So learning never stops, and I appreciate all of you to come here. So I invite Maulana Mehboob Mehdi Najafi.
Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you all. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا مولانا أبي القاسم محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. First of all, I would like to welcome you all in the center. And as you know, the name of the center is Islamic Education Center. So it is for education. And even me myself, is still learning. So I'm a student, just consider me as a student. And knowledge is a blessing of God that should never stop, because God's blessings are continuous always on us all. And the best blessing of Him is knowledge. And that's why all of us are here today, to know about one another. I don't want to make it a speech. I want to make it as a discussion format. So just as an introduction to Islam, I think most of you know about Islam. That's why you are here. At least you have some knowledge about Islam. But what I want to say here about Islam is that whatever you see, the fundamentals about Islam, you find them in your own religion first. It's nothing different. Yes, there are differences for sure, but the commonalities are more than differences. If I would like to introduce the religion as a religion for those who don't believe in religion, even though those who don't believe in religion, a religion means path, and the path on which you walk. So those who reject religion, this rejection of the religion is a religion by itself. So it is a path that they have chosen. So everybody has a point of view about this universe, about himself, where he came from, where he's going and heading to, the purpose of this life, purpose of this creation, origin of this creation, and the destination of everyone and everything. This is what we call it religion. So if I conclude everything that we believe all together in is from a saying of one of our imams. Imams means our infallible, godly appointed leaders. Imam Sajjad, alayhi salam. He has a book, a very short book, and we call it Discourse on the system of rights in Islam. In this book, he has mentioned originally the fundamentals of ideologies upon which the religion and the thoughts of religion is founded. So he says there are three relationships. One relationship is God's relationship with His creation. The other is the creation's relationship with his God or her God or its God. The third relationship is a relationship between creation to another creation. So creator to creation, creation to creator, creation to creation. And this is, I think this is the whole religion. When God sends his words to us as a Torah, as a Bible, as a Quran, he is talking to us. It is his relationship with us. He wants to give us something. He wants to bless us with his words. When we need to have a relationship with him, so we supplicate, we pray, we ask him for help. We talk to him as a humble servant of him. We put our all desires, wishes in front of him and ask him to fulfill our wishes. This relationship is the prayer. You pray, I pray, he prays, anybody prays. This prayer is the relationship between you and God. These two relationships are very important. One of them is not your responsibility, it's God's responsibility to have this relationship by sending the guidance to you. The second is your responsibility to keep this relationship that God has started with you. You did not start the relationship. When you were born, you knew nothing. And he gave you when you were not even able to ask him for anything. He created you. Did you ask him to create you? No. So the blessing started from him. He is the merciful. So you have to keep this merciful and compassionate relationship by keeping in touch with him through supplications and prayers and humbleness in front of him. This is important, these two relationships. Now, excuse me. The third relationship is between creation and creation, man and man. In Quran and in the sayings of our prophet and all our imams, our leaders, spiritual leaders, our divine leaders, and even the prophets before our prophet. Even in the Bible and even in the Torah, I can say, this relationship is the most important relationship. If a man does not have a good relationship with another man, when I say man, I mean human being, okay? I don't mean this man, not women. So this relationship is the most important. Even more important than your relationship with God. Because your relationship with God is not needed. You need this relationship. God does not need your supplication. You need God, God does not need you. So this is kind of one-way relationship. But this relationship, both of you are equal. You need him or her, he or she needs you. Equal. Here, if you do any mistake, here, if you don't give the rights, so these three relationships, all in these three relationships, there are rights. And this is what he says, the Imam Sajjad. He says, of course, he is one of the successors of our prophet. He says that you are surrounded by rights. Every single movement, anything you see and you talk and you hear all around you, there are rights. Rights. not your rights. No, your responsibilities. Your responsibilities turn into somebody else's rights. So you have rights of others, other people, other things, other creation, even rights. He has mentioned 50 rights. At least 50 rights. I don't want to enter in those details, but it's very interesting that even the plant has a right on you. You have your own right on yourself. Now I'm moving my hand, so my hand has right on me. I'm just using my tongue has the right on me. Because this is the blessing of God, I have to give the rights of my tongue. I'm responsible for my tongue to use it in the correct way, not to misuse it. Not misuse my hand. So he mentions all these rights. What are the rights of your hands, your eyes, your ears? And what are the rights, even anything that belongs to you. See, this is my house, has a right on you. This is my money. Don't touch my money. Don't look at it. This is something that blessed by Allah. So you have rights. Your money has a right on you. How to use this money. Where to get this money from. The source of income. And where to, in the expenses of this money should go. Anyway. Now the third one, I want to just emphasize on this third one. To let you know that what Islam is. Islam is nothing but to pay the rights of other people. This is what Islam is. If you're coming to me here, how I started? Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you. This is your right on me. To not just let you, by my actions, live in peace. No, this is not enough. To even pray for you always. So you be in peace always. Even nobody should interrupt this peace and turn it into any kind of disaster or terror. I'm praying for you. This is my responsibility to keep you in peace. I did not say, peace on me. Peace on me. This is selfishness. I said, peace on you. Peace on you. And look to the word we use. We say, Salamun alaykum. In Arabic, the plural is Salamun alayka. Peace be on you, one person. But when we meet one by one, if I see only Father Corey is here, I don't say Salamun alayka. Peace be on you alone, Father Corey, only you. No, I would say Salamun alaykum. Peace be on all of you. He is alone. Nobody is there except him. But still I use the plural, word. I am talking in plural sense. I'm thinking he's not alone. He has family, he has friends, he has, a college, he is teaching there, he has a church, he is a priest, he has, a group. Peace from myself. So look, this is Islam. And this is the meaning of Islam. Islam, peace. Salamun alaykum, peace. Peace, peace, peace. So if I violate the right of an ant, a little ant, going without reason, I kill this ant for no reason. Why are you killing? I enjoy killing. If you enjoy killing, you're not Muslim. You enjoy killing an ant for no reason? You're not Muslim. Okay, Muslim, a peaceful person. Are you peaceful? Not peaceful. So this is Islam. And I know all religions teach the same thing. Now, if you go into details, you will learn about the rights. Just learn about the rights. I always say, look, you hear always you hear people talking about the rights. I want my right. Give me my right. Human rights, women's rights, children's rights, students' rights, teachers' rights, rights. Have you ever heard? Have you ever heard? Human's responsibility, women's responsibility, children's responsibility, teachers' responsibility, students' responsibility. No. Have you ever heard that this is a group which is going to teach people about the responsibilities? No. This is the group who is going to ask for rights. I'm asking, what kind of rights are you going to ask? For any group, it may be. But when you say rights, you're asking something. Give me. Give me, I want. Okay, you want what? Rights. From whom? It means there is somebody who do something, who should do something. In result, you will receive your rights. Correct? So when you're asking for rights, it means you are asking somebody to fulfill his responsibilities. In result, you will get your rights. So why you are taking this long way? Why don't you suddenly say, I'm here to fulfill my responsibilities. When I fulfill my responsibilities, somebody is getting his rights. Somebody is getting her rights. And everybody, let everybody know his responsibility. Then everyone will get his or her rights. Then no need for somebody to ask rights. If you see people asking for rights, it means people are not fulfilling their responsibilities. This is what Islam teaches us first. Look, when you enter, it is highly recommended that you start saying, Salaam alaikum. Peace be on you. You say it before he says. And if you say salam, you will get. This is, I don't know, the time. I don't want to make it boring for you, okay? Just raise your hand and say, shh, just stop. If you don't like it. No, but this is something that I think all of us should share with one another. If you say salam, peace be on you. Look, this is Islam. Why I'm emphasizing on this? Because what you hear from the media is totally different. As one of the comedians, Muslim comedians, I don't know if you have heard him, he says, when he comes, he says, Assalamu alaikum. It means I'm going to kill you all. Are you scared? No. It doesn't mean I'm going to kill you. But when now you hear from the media, from other people, or you see in the politics, what kind of picture will come in your mind? He said, Assalamu alaikum. Oh, he's a Muslim. Oh, God. He's going to do something wrong. No. When you say Salamun alaikum, you start your wish for peace, for other people. You start first. You initiate this prayer. Peace be on you. You initiate it before he says it or she says it. What will happen? When you say Salam alaikum, this is recommended, is not obligatory on you to say it. But the other person should say it is obligatory on him to reply Wa alaykum assalam, and peace be on you too. Now, God has promised for reward for both of them. The person who said, peace be on you, who initiated, and the person who replied, both are going to get some reward. What? How much? God knows how much, but God has given us the difference between these two. The one who initiated it by saying salam, he will get 70 times more than the person who replied, peace be on you too. Why? Because he initiated. He initiated his good wish for you, wish for peace. It means everybody, every Muslim should always keep in his mind that I should initiate peace. I should start the peace. This is the responsibilities. So the system of responsibilities, and I would like to just finish here, and we'll sit and we'll discuss. If you have any questions, please ask. Any question you have in your mind. You might have tens of questions. You listen to the news, you get the information from here and there. But now you are in a place, you will not just hear and listen to the answers. I hope you will see the answers. You will watch the answers. You will feel the answers. Feel in peace. The Muslims are human like you. They're just like you. They're not different. It's a very good idea to get together. We have so much in common. So much. There are some people who don't like us to sit together. Many people might like this. Oh my God, Christians, Jews, Muslims, all of them got together in one place. Jews in Islamic Center? Christians in Islamic Center? Maybe some people don't like it. But God likes this. And we are here to please God, to fulfill our responsibilities to us, one another. We respect one another. Every single person is respected. Your dignity is not from human being. Your dignity from God. God has made you human being. In the end, I would like to recite one ayat from Quran. Ayat means one verse of a chapter of Quran. And look, this is the approach Quran is taking. Quran says, يا أيها الذين قل يا أهل الكتاب تعالوا إلى كلمة سواء بيننا. Tell them, O my prophet, God is addressing his last prophet, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. He is addressing him. O my prophet, tell these people who أهل الكتاب. Kitab means book in Arabic. The people of book. Look, the respect God has given them and the respect the Prophet is giving them. Whom? People of book. Which book? Torah and Bible. Oh, my Prophet, call these people, tell them, all people of book. Look, the respect. Oh, people of Torah, Jews. Oh, people of Bible, Christians. But he did not say, oh, Jews, oh, Christians. No, oh, people of book. Because we also have book, Quran. But you are people of book, a special address for them. Ta'alaw, come. Ta'alaw ila kalimatin sawa'in baynana wa baynakum. Come, let's get together on one word which is common between us and you. Don't see what we don't have in common. Don't see our differences. Don't focus on the differences. Focus on the commonalities. Look, what is common between us? Kalimatin. One sentence is common between all of us. Let's all get together. What is it? Allah na'budu illallah. That we should not worship anyone but God. Anyone disagrees with this? Everybody agrees. Christians, Jews, Muslims, or they say, let's all worship to God. Not only this, look, so this is the rights of God. How about the rights of people I was talking about? Then it says, وَأَنْ يَتَّخِذَنَا بَعْضُنَا بَعْضًا أَرْبَابًا مِّن دُونِ اللَّهِ. And we should not enslave one another. We should not degrade one another. Oh, he's Jew, he's Christian, he's Muslim. If you degrade one another, no. Let's come to respect one another. This is common between us. So let's come to the commonalities. I welcome you. Thank you for your patience for my long speech. But I'm very happy to see you in this center, and I wish to see you again and again. We can strengthen, as Father Corey said, he's my friend, and he's working very hard for this coalition, Children of Ibrahim Coalition. I'm part of it from the beginning. I'm proud of being part of this very active group who is working for peace on earth, who is working for justice and peace. So let's sit together. Let's be part of this group. And be part of your group. Work together. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. Or if your question is forwarded to somebody else, so let's sit and talk. Okay. We have 5 minutes for prayers. What should we do? Should we pray first and then sit for? Okay. So are you going to sit like this, or we can make it a circle? How about if we make it? Yeah. Yeah, circle is good. Let's sit in a circle.
Boy, everybody's sitting so far apart, it looks like everybody's afraid of each other. But we want to make it a friendly group. Any questions? I also wanted to introduce Pastor Zena. She's from the Barrington Community Church. Somebody got hurt this morning, so she took the person to hospital. Like I was telling you earlier, being a religious leader, you have to get involved with not only the religious part of it, but the personal side and counseling of community members and all of that, and I will regard Pastor Zena for that. I also wanted to give you a few information for you to raise your curiosity, actually, and maybe that will bring up some more questions to discuss. I'll tell you my personal experience. One time, I own a small computer company, and one time I decided to write a basic a book for my kids so that they can learn about Islam. And when the book was completed, I wanted to share with one of my Catholic employee. And she was very kind. She has worked with me for a very long time. And I asked her to review that just so that I get her input on it, or what did she think of it. And she absolutely practically told me that I can't learn Islam books. And I was just taken back. I said, what? I can't understand it. So what I did is, and I think there's a lot of things that go on. People are so close-minded that they do not want to learn about other religion. They don't want to know about Prophet Muhammad, or they don't know anything about it. But when I told her the fact about Quran, and this is something that you may be able to take it with you, and that is that the whole chapter in Quran, there are 114 chapters, first of all. Some of them are short chapters, some of them are large chapters. But one of the chapters that is dedicated to Mary, A whole chapter is dedicated to Mary. That there is no other chapter that is dedicated to any woman in Quran. So what that shows you the amount of respect that Quran places on Mary, mother of Jesus Christ. It also talks about, and I'm giving you some more information about it. So in addition to having a complete chapter out of 114 chapters in Quran, a complete chapter dedicated to Mary and how she went through when God informed her to say that you are going to deliver Jesus, and she says that, how could it be possible? Nobody has touched me. All of that is in Quran. The whole process is in Quran. Not only that one chapter, there are 93 verses that make reference to Jesus Christ. 93 verses. And as Maulana has explained, each verse, ayat and verses. So verses make a chapter. And a 114 chapter makes a Quran. Okay? So there are 93 verses about Jesus Christ. 93 verses that talk about the power of Jesus Christ. How much power was provided to Jesus Christ that he had ability to bring the people from dead. The bird from being a bird that was dead, he brought it alive. He had a capability of healing people. All of that is in Quran, completely as it is in Bible. It is all in Quran also. These are the commonalities that I wanted you to mention. In addition to that, there are 25 chapters where Prophet Abraham is discussed. The same Prophet Abraham from where his DNA, Jesus' DNA comes from Prophet Abraham. So that's 25 chapters basically talk about Prophet Abraham. These are all the commonalities that are present in the book of Quran. And that is one of the book, Quran is one of the book that actually talks about all the previous prophets. Prophet Lot, L-O-T, Prophet Abraham, Prophet David, Prophet Joseph, all of the prophets it mentions by name in Quran, that the things that they have done. And the same thing that you believe in those prophets, that what they have done is what we believe in the same way. Every bit of what it says in Quran about the power of Jesus Christ and what Jesus Christ had, God had given that power to Jesus Christ to heal people, bring people from death. All of that power is discussed in Quran. So I want you to know and ponder yourself to say that what kind of a religion is Islam? And maybe Maulana did not mention into a lot more other stuff that there are two major factions in Quran. One faction is called as Sunni, S-U-N-N-I, and the other faction is called the Shiite faction. The division took place after Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad actually was born in 570 AD. 570 AD when Prophet Muhammad was born. And then he was given the book via revealing of the ayat, verses by Gabriel. And so what I was trying to say is that prior to the death of Prophet Muhammad, he appointed a person named as Ali, A-L-I, as his further representative of Islam. And that's where actually two factions were divided. Ones who believed in things, saying that the Prophet Muhammad did delegate to Imam Ali as a designator and follower and taking over of Islam, and then other faction believed that no, another person was elected to do the job. That's where the factions got started, between the difference between Sunni and Shiite religion. And as you can see, there are several, these were, we call it Alam, A-L-A-M. One of each represents for 12 of the followers who took over Islam after Prophet Muhammad's death. So each one of those represents the 12. Just like you have 12 apostles in Christianity, the 12 apostles who took over the Christianity and continue to spread Christianity, these 12 these 12 people who were actually descendants of Ali, who was designated by Prophet Muhammad, they started to spread Shiite part of the religion at that point in time. So that is the major division between those two religions. Hopefully this will bring in a lot of questions for you in asking and discussing the differences between between two factions of Islam. So I encourage all of you to ask questions. I have one of these things that can help you. For your voice to be heard by everybody, so everybody understands what you are asking. So please raise your hand, and I'll be happy to come over to you. And any questions, we welcome every question. I read this one small thing that basically says that if you ask a question, you might be found dumb for 30 seconds, but if you don't ask the question, you'll be dumb for the rest of your life. So there's a major difference, So whether you want to remain dumb for the rest of your life, don't ask the question. But if you want to be, brave and be asked the question, we welcome all the questions. I have been a teacher in the past, so that I want you to know that there is absolutely no question that is a dumb question. So please feel comfortable, okay? Thank you. I'm going to volunteer Father Corey to ask a question.
I'd just like to invite the young people here each to share real quickly. Why are you here? And why are you interested in interfaith dialogue? That's a good idea. And give your name.
Okay, I'm Emma, and I'm from St. Viator, and I'm in a class with Father Corey called Religions of the World. And we had an option to go here and learn about Islam and come and meet all of you, and I was really interested, and just wanted to know more about other religions, because I don't know, I'm interested about it. So
I'm Shannon. The main reason I got into it was because Father Corey asked me to, and I've been really excited and really eager to find out what the similarities are, and I'm still learning. So
I'm Joe. I'm from St. Viator. I kind of came because, honestly, after 9/11, there's been so much anti-Muslim hatred that it's kind of, I didn't really know anything that much about Islam beforehand. I really wanted to come here and immerse myself in it so I could better understand all of the bigotry.
I want to answer that. That's a very good question, and as, if you don't mind, Maulana, intersecting here. Let me answer that question, and I think it's in everybody's mind that about 9/11. In Quran, and we believe that Quran is the word of God. God has sent that word through Gabriel to Prophet Muhammad. So every word that is in Quran is from God. So what God says in Quran, that it is such a big crime to kill a single person, a single innocent person. It's such a big crime. It's like killing the complete humanity. That is how large the crime it is in front of in the minds of God. So I want you to know that if those people who are doing these wrong things and hijacking Islam, they have not read Quran. If those people were educated and learning Quran, they will not be doing what they have done on 9/11. So I want you to take that with you and tell you that this is the word of Quran, is that killing an innocent person is equal to killing humanity. Can anybody bear that kind of a blame on themselves because they still have to respond to God one day and go in front of them? So therefore, I want you to understand that that is what the Quran says. But you know, in every religion, there are good people and there are bad people. And those bad people are actually ruining the name of Islam for all the Muslims that are involved with it. And like I said in the very beginning, when I was praying in front of you to say that, guide me along the straight path of those whom you have liked, and not the path of those whom you have disliked. If I say in my prayers every day, at minimum 17 times, I know earlier I mentioned 5 times, but then I also said that within the 5 times, we say several time prayers within that 5 times. But in all together, we say the surah that I recited to you and that Sayyida recited earlier, we say that 17 times minimum every day in order to complete our prayers. So if I ask the God to guide me along the straight path 17 times a day, I will not be the one who would be actually not only just killing anybody, leave alone, I'll be hurting anybody. Thank you. That was a great question.
My name's Kevin. And I'm here because this group has really helped me learn about other religions, obviously, but it's also taught me a lot about my own religion, so I continue to do it because it's really opened up my mind.
I'm Marty, and I'm from St. Viator as well. And I'm here because I just want to know, like, I want to understand everyone's, or the Muslims' thoughts about 9/11 and how much controversy that stirred up. And also just the similarities between Catholicism and Muslim.
I'm Tim from St. Viator, and kind of what like Marty and Joe said, I've seen the hate come from 9/11 and everything, and you see that there's over 1 billion Muslims in the world, right? Is that how many there are? There can't be that many people living hate-filled lives. So I wanted to know the truth and like how we can live in peace. So that's what's brought me to this group.
Hi, I'm Abbas. I'm from IEC, and I wanted to join Children of Abraham because I want to be a part of a group that influences people's judgment for the better.
Hello, I'm Scott, and I'm part of Children of Abraham. I want to learn about new people, and that's the primary point.
I'm Chaim, and I'm from IC, and I've been part of the Children of Abraham for the past year, and I really like to spread like an influence to the other people, to stop hatred and not being tolerant to other religions.
This is not just for youth, it's for youth at heart, so feel free to join. I'm at Youth at Heart, so I will say a few words. I teach in Islamic Education Center, and I've been teaching the 11th and 12th graders, and the way I see it, it reminds me of supply and demand. When the media is so biased, so what I felt from all my students is they wanted to say, you know, I hate what they say about us. It's not true. It's like this is the outcome of the supply that the demand that was coming out from the Muslims. They wanted to be a part of, do something to show that they are the media. Everybody watches the media and they're learning from there. So they wanted to be their representative of their faith. So that's why my involvement in this group is I want to take this 11th and 12th graders who don't want to sit and learn lectures here. They want to do something. They want to take an action about it. So I welcome you all to the group.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm from Wheaton North and from IEC. Living in America with all the mix of cultures and religions, I think it's especially important that we join together and promote tolerance, especially after 9/11. So that's why I'm proud to be part of IEC and Children of Abraham.
Hi, my name's Alvina. I'm from IEC, and the reason I joined Children of Abraham, I feel like I say this every time I get asked this question, but I was forced, like not forced, but I was highly encouraged to join the group, and I was not like interested. I was like, I have better things to do, blah, blah, blah. But when I joined the group, I felt really proud, and I really like coming here because I feel like I gained something. I learned new things, and like, as Joe said earlier, he wanted to know like how Muslims feel and like the 9/11 thing. I spoke in the 9/11, the prayer service we had for 9/11, and it was amazing. Like, I loved coming there. I loved seeing everyone there, and it was just so much positive energy coming from everyone that I really felt like it was something that everyone had common ground. And from then forth, like even before that, I started loving coming to this coalition. And no matter like how far or how much time it takes up, I really enjoy coming here.
Hi, I'm Mariba, and I also go to this center. The reason I joined this was to increase my knowledge about other religions and other faiths in order to strengthen my own and be able to talk about my own religion and like not be biased towards other people and just treat people better and just understand everyone a little bit better and where they're coming from.
Hi, I'm Maliha, and I'm also go to IEC. The reason I joined this group is because I feel you should be open-minded to every religion and not only yours, because no question is a stupid question, and we should all be able to learn.
Hi, I'm Naima. I go to Husaini too. I came here because I want to know what other religions think about what do they think about Muslims, so that's why I came here.
I'm Layla. I go to IEC, and I'm part of the Children of Abraham Coalition. When I first started, I could see that everyone participating had so much in mind for this group, and I could see that it's going to go a long way. And I actually really like this group because I want to see how other people view us and clear up the stereotypes we view of them. And I enjoy this group because I love how open-minded everyone is.
Hi, I'm Rabab, and I graduated from Benedictine University. And I served as a student leader for Catholic-Muslim dialogue there for 2 years. And we had a bi-weekly dialogue there, and it was really wonderful because it's not only that you get first-hand information about each other's faiths, but also that we saw a lot of commonalities in our social and spiritual values. So we strengthened each other's social and spiritual values. So it was definitely a very nice experience, and I hope to do that again.
Hi, I'm Katie, and I'm in the ACT group at Wheaton North High School. I actually just joined it this year, and I was so excited. It's been really rewarding and interesting to be able to learn about different cultures and different religions, and just to widen my horizons and gain new perspective, and to not short myself from learning about different things, and to encourage tolerance. And especially having that at my school, it's been really awesome to see people from my classes and be able to talk about going to the Hindu temple and talk about it and discuss it later. So it's been really awesome, and I've really liked it.
Hi, my name is Kelsey. I'm from Wheaton North as well. And I would just say I like being open to just a bigger community instead of dividing myself up into smaller ones. I think that's really important. And I just didn't know that much about the Islamic faith at all, so it's been really awesome just to hear everything about it.
I'm Marie. I'm also from the ACT group, and I really like being a part of this because I'm really interested in learning about different religions. I wasn't super familiar with Islam, and I've also learned a lot about Christianity and a bunch of other religions I'm not fully a part of, and I think it's just good to work towards building peace and coexistence. So.
Hi, I'm Sammy. I'm from Wheaton North's ACT group as well. I'm here because I'm curious on figuring out the similarities between all different religions, including Islam, especially the similarities between Islam and Christianity.
Hello, I'm Kai.
Conrad. I'm from a confirmation group in Barrington, and I would wanted to come on this retreat to expand my knowledge of all religions, which everyone said, but also in history class you learn like a biased background basically to all like religions and startings of religions from an American standpoint, so I kind of wanted to see it from other standpoints.
Hi, I'm Julian. I came from Barrington J2A group. The reason I'm here is to learn about different cultures.
I'm Sydney, and I'm from the confirmation group in Barrington too, and I came just like Julian to just learn about different religions other than my own.
Hi, I'm Haley, and I'm from the J2A group too, and I think it's really cool to learn about all the other religions besides my own and see what the similarities are and what we share.
Hi, I'm Elisa, and I'm from the Journey to Adulthood group in Barrington, and I feel like in order to really make this journey, it's important to not only understand our religion, but everyone's religions and how it all connects.
Hi, I'm Maggie. I'm from J2A, and I came on this retreat to just learn about different cultures and religions and to compare and contrast them from mine and just try and learn different point of view.
Well, thank you, everybody, for providing your comments. If there are any questions, Maulana will be very happy to answer. And if there are any questions about Catholicism, Father Corey will be happy to answer. And any questions about other parts of Christianity, Pastor Zina is here to answer those questions. I'm sure that we all have some questions. Does anybody want to raise a question? Yes.
I would like to know, thank you. I am Samira El Yassir. I'm called Sammy. I was wondering if someone could explain all the different symbols and pictures that are around this room, because I'm sure that people, our youth, would love to know what some of these places are and what some of the things are that are on the ceilings.
That's a very good question. I will try to take a stab at it, and Maulana will probably help me out in that respect. Let's go from over here. This particular is a graveyard that is actually in Saudi Arabia, the first one under the clock. So that is a graveyard where we believe that several of these carrier of Shiite religion were buried over there. Especially, we also believe that the daughter of Prophet Muhammad, her name was Fatima, is also buried there. Am I correct, Maulana? Okay. So unfortunately, that area, that particular graveyard is, that cemetery is under the disputed area. Saudi Arabia does not believe. Now, Saudi Arabia is also Muslim. It's a Sunni Muslim. But in a farther from the Sunni Muslim, they are also called the Wahhabis, which is another sect within Sunni. They do not believe in that once a person is dead, is gone. Nothing should be considered about that particular person. So therefore, they're not allowing those graves to be further elaborated because they had done so much for Islam. And so therefore, you see that in a little bit of a dismay over there. So that's the first picture. Maulana, am I right, everything I'm saying? Okay. I'm sorry, I'm not a very educated in Islam, but I try to work with it. The other, if you see the other, the next one over there, these are the elaborated burial spots of one of those 12 disciples, so-called disciples, but what we call them is imams. I-M-A-M-S, imams. But they are the disciples of Prophet Muhammad to carry on the religion farther. That's one of them. The one on the corner over there on the left-hand side, all the way down, that is inside of the mosque in Medina. Medina is in Saudi Arabia. That very close to that is where Prophet Muhammad is buried also. Now, in Saudi Arabia, as I have said that, they don't believe in, once a person is dead, gone. You cannot pray, you cannot kiss their relics or anything like that. But they have preserved the grave of Prophet Muhammad. That is the one that has been preserved there. And that's very next to that picture that you saw all the way down on the left-hand side. The next two are also, I'm sorry? Oh, okay, yeah, okay, so that is also, what he's saying is that is also the place where he used to give his sermon. Prophet Muhammad used to give his sermon from that location over there. So the next two or three of them are also the burial places of one of the imams, one of the 12 imams that we talked about it. Now, the other symbol that you see in the black, it says, Maulana can translate that. I'm not good at that. So, Maulana, can you please help me? Assalamu alayka ya Abul Abbas. Abbas was one of the, Abbas was the son of Imam Husain. Imam Ali, okay, I'm sorry. So, why don't you explain?
I'll say, okay. I just said that when Islam is peace, so we respect not just alive people, even somebody is dead, his dead body is respected. And not just his dead body, even if he is buried in a place, you cannot disrespect that place. So you just heard about all this, and unfortunately the place you see here, just open graves without shrines on them. If you see the shrines, these are just inside pictures. If you ever get chance to go to Iraq or Iran, in Iran also in one place we have one of those 12 successors of the Prophet, one of those successors of the Prophet. And 6 of them, we have them in Iraq. Every place is so beautifully built, amazingly. If you see, it's so beautiful. From outside, from inside. This is inside on the grave, what you see. Okay. But the Wahhabis, they don't believe in respect of human being. Unfortunately, what you hear about Wahhabis, of course, not. They are very few. Don't think that maybe 1% of the Muslim, nation. Very little people who are rigid and they don't want to listen to anybody else. And unfortunately, when you hear from the media paints everybody with the same brush, and say, okay, all Muslims are those. No, not all Muslims. The terrorists who are there, they are not. We don't consider them real Muslims. They misinterpret the Quranic ayat and they do for their own agenda. One of them you see here. This is nothing. There were beautiful shrines on these graves that we respect. And 4 of them are 4 of those 12 descendants and successors of the Prophet and the daughter of the Prophet, as he said, but they destroyed this. They destroyed this with no respect. And even they kill the Muslims also. The terrorists kill the Muslims also. And such people we find in any religion who have hatred, but they are a very small group of people in every religion. You hear the news everywhere, okay? This banner that you see with the name is related to these banners here in front. In the front, of course, we don't have much time here to explain everything. Just if you can take some notes and go in Google and get some information. It's good to know about Islam, that what happened to Islam, today's 9/11, and and that the terrorism and all those things. It's good to know the history of Islam. The Prophet Muhammad, his grandson, his name was Husain. He was killed brutally with children and old people and even women by a very brutal tyrant of the time who was enemy of the Prophet. And the interesting is, he used to claim himself to be a Muslim. He claimed to be a Muslim. Just like today. There are Muslims and they're killing people, saying, Allahu Akbar, God is great in killing people. What are you talking about? So these are the people that we condemn the most. And we are the victim of these people for centuries. So Hussein was killed. Al-Abbas was his brother. When the army stopped the water was running there, but they did not let the water reach to the children of Hussein, the grandson, exactly, the son of the daughter of Rasulullah, of Muhammad. So Abbas, who was brother of Hussein, he said, okay, after 3 days, the children are crying. Can you imagine? You don't stop water to reach to animals. But these people did not let the water go to the kids. The kids were crying out of thirst and almost dying. Abbas, the brother of Hussein, he said, okay, I will go and get some water for them. He went there and he tried to get some water, and while he was in his way back to the tents to give the water to the kids, the enemies from all surrounded him and started attacking him with swords, with spears, until he died. So we respect him for his loyalty and for his humanity that he showed, and he sacrificed himself just to make the water reach to the kid. So this is Abbas and this is Karbala. So if you know about Karbala, it's good to know about it. So you know the differences between Shia and Sunni. Sunnis are not bad. They are good people. The people who are Wahhabis, I don't say they are bad, but I say their ideology is not matching Quranic teachings. Killing somebody who does not agree with your ideology is not a good idea.
Thank you, Maulana, for saving me. This should actually remind you, I was in Jerusalem one time, actually twice, and I walked 14 steps or 14 stations of Jesus Christ, from how Jesus Christ was persecuted and put on a cross, and how the walk from station number 1 where he was condemned to death to all the way where he was actually put onto the cross. I have visited all 14 stations. This is what should remind you what Maulana was saying, that what they did to Prophet Muhammad's grandson and his family, denying him the water to small children and things like that. So as the Romans, or I don't know who did to Jesus Christ, but you know what Jesus Christ went through in order to save the Christianity. He gave his life for Christianity to continue on. And we believe that the grandson of Prophet Muhammad gave his life, his family's life, and everything that he had to sacrifice for the name of Islam. So this is how you can possibly compare, even though the comparison is very different, but in a similar way, they were persecuted in order to maintain the name of Islam. Any other questions? I believe that's in Damascus. Yes. Okay. And yes, go ahead.
I just want someone to be able to explain to me like the differences between Christianity and Catholicism, because I don't know like where the differences come from.
Maybe we could both share a little bit of perspective. Would you like to start?
And I don't need that. I never have. So you know how Mulana just described the beginning of Islam and then something that happened that created a difference. Christianity is the umbrella. So Catholicism is one branch of Christianity. When you hear the word Protestant, I want you to hear in that Protestant. Protestant. So you had, and you know the word Catholic means universal. So Catholicism began with a small c, and it was all Christianity. It was the universal faith. And differences arose. And the differences can be described in many ways. But to understand that differences arose and a break occurred. And even before the break in Catholicism and Protestantism, there was a break between Orthodoxy and Catholicism. So there were many separations and different expressions of how those who believe in Christ choose to express that. So Christianity is the big umbrella. And underneath that, you'll hear of an Orthodox branch of Christianity, a Catholic branch of Christianity, and a Protestant branch of Christianity. And then, in those branches, there are differences. So for Protestantism in this nation alone, there are over 95 different expressions. Lutheran, Baptist, Methodist, Episcopalian, Nazarene, United Church of Christ. There are 34 different kinds of Baptists in the United States. Some Baptist churches don't believe in women as pastors, but the branch of Baptists we are, for instance, here I sit. So that's it. Umbrella, 3 branches. Protestantism is one of them. That make sense? Yeah.
I would just say that we as Catholics could learn from your branch of baptism about the importance of having women as ordained pastoral leaders. Because that was well said, and I will just add, because as a Catholic leader, and I say this to our Catholic students, it's very important for us to engage in gut-wrenching honesty about our history and our tradition, and there were people protesting because my ancestors in faith at that time were in error in many ways. And so I can say this because I'm Catholic. And we can thank God for those who protested because there was corruption and error in Catholicism, in the worldwide church at that time, that people of courage and faith stood up to and said, we're going to branch off because we feel in our prayer and through our attempts to be people of honest faith, that the institution is failing to do God's will. Thanks be to God, we're working now to find ways as Christians to come together. And thanks be to God, my church, the Roman Catholic Church, over the last 50 years, has tried to admit its own sins. Sins that really did result in the splitting of the Christian tradition. Sins that resulted in, unfortunately, the slaughter of many Muslims and Jews over the centuries. Because of that, I find it very critical that I am involved in interfaith and interreligious and ecumenical talks, because my ancestors caused a lot of problems, my ancestors in faith, and caused a lot of hurt, that I feel responsible for trying to amend, and I feel it's necessary to be an agent of healing because of that history in my own church.
Thank you, Father Corey, and thank you, Pastor Zena. Appreciate your input. Any other question? Anybody has curiosity? That was a very good question, obviously, yes, thank you. Come on, some of you have questions. Very good. Takes a stand wider, kid.
I just have a quick question for when you were doing your speech up there, and you said something, and I believe all the Muslims kind of mumbled a response. I wasn't sure what they said or like why they said that, so I'm just wondering what that was.
I will explain that. You know, when you are in the church and the priest says, may God be with you, and you normally respond that may God be with you too. So whenever we take name of one of these 12 imams or disciples that we will call in our religion, that anytime we take their name, we say that God send blessings to them. That's how we say it, by responding to it. So if I said that Prophet Muhammad in a sermon, so everybody will respond saying that may God send blessings to Prophet Muhammad. So that's what the response was that you heard. Very good observation. Obviously, you were listening. Any other questions? Now, I have to have a question from Barrington Community Church. So who's going to volunteer? There you go. Good girl.
In history, we learned about the 5 pillars of faith, and one of them was the pilgrimage, and I was just wondering if you could elaborate more on that.
Sure. Mulana, is it okay if I answer it? Okay. Now, he's a watcher behind me. If I slip somewhere, he's going to stop me, okay? So pilgrimage. Pilgrimage is one of the pillars of Islam. There are 5 pillars. Thank you for asking that, and absolutely there are 5 pillars. And one of the pillars of pilgrimage. Pilgrimage is to going to Mecca. Mecca is in Saudi Arabia. Unfortunately, we don't have a picture of that, but I hope I have a great picture. But okay, that is from Medina, right? That's from we're talking about Mecca. So Mecca is the holiest place for Islam. One of the holiest mosques. You know how you have, in Catholicism, you have basilica, where you have some relics of Jesus or Mary or something like that. So you have a higher grade of the church, which is a basilica and things like that, and higher things go. As far as I know, that the church in Jerusalem, in my opinion, but I'm neither I'm Catholic nor I'm Christian, so pardon me from what I'm saying is that, that is probably either the highest level of the church that you have, because Jesus Christ was on the cross in that church, and it is a basilica and all of that. But it might be because where now Pope is. I don't know. So to answer your question, the holiest place in Islam is Mecca. And pilgrimage is that for each Muslim, if you can afford. Okay, this is a picture. It looks like it. When people, it's difficult to see it, but I'll pass the book around. There are actually people all around it, and the black cube in the middle is actually where a stone laid by Prophet Abraham and Ishmael at the time for them to start praying the command that came from God through Gabriel. So to finish my answer on that, pilgrimage is one of the things that is a compulsory on every Muslim to go and visit Mecca and perform this pilgrimage going around that cube, which we call a Kaaba. Actually, the name of the cube is Kaaba, like you have Java, it's a Kaaba. So that Kaaba, you go around it 7 times. It's part of the ritual that makes it a pilgrimage. Now, it is compulsory on every Muslim if, there are several if in it. If you can afford it, if you have done all the regular rituals that you follow through, those are the certain conditions that you are, and your health is good, then it is compulsory upon it. If your health is not good, if you don't have the money to go there, because it is an expensive process to go to Saudi Arabia and make it out to Mecca. So therefore, if you cannot afford it, if your health is not good, if the political situation is not right, it is not compulsory upon you. Thank you for asking. Hopefully that answers your question. But there are actually 3 highest level of mosque in Islam, and that is Mecca is one of the highest level. Then you have the mosque in Medina that we saw all the way down on the left-hand side. That's the second one. And the third one is in Jerusalem. The mosque in Jerusalem is the 3rd highest level of the mosque in Islam. Okay? Any other question? Now we need a question from Wheaton College. Sorry, Wheaton High School. Come on.
So Mecca, the part of Mecca that you go around, why the 7 times?
Why is it 7 times? Molana can answer that better. I just do what is ritual, you know.
And 7 heavens. And the chapter that you heard in the beginning, that Sayyida recited, 7 verses. So 7 has this significance. Maybe one of the reasons is that it's 7 times. So every round represents 1 day of a week in your life, which means for entire of your life, you are with God. You are going to stay with God. You're not going to leave God for every day. So this is one of the reasons.
Also, just to comment, if we are walking, when we're doing performing Hajj, we are walking in the footsteps of Prophet Ibrahim.
Yes.
Sacrifices.
Hajj, I think it's interesting to know. I think this very good point you just mentioned. Children of Abraham. When you say children of Abraham, so we should know about Abraham. Hajj is nothing but the rituals copying what Abraham and Ishmael in our tradition and Isaac in Christian tradition, when he offered this sacrifice, and the mother of Ishmael. Whatever they have done, it became rituals, and you go and copy it and do it and just follow those footsteps of Abraham. It's called Hajj. Altogether, it becomes Hajj. So since Abraham has done this process, he went around Kaaba. He built the Kaaba in Mecca. He and his son together built this. After building it, they start worshiping him by going around Kaaba 7 times. And whatever they have done, it became the rituals of Hajj. When you go there, so Hajj is remembrance of Abraham. Abraham's remembrance.
And in Christianity, Jesus invites us to do something in remembrance of him. And it's Eucharist or communion. And so we do it in the same way. Just what Jesus did and told us to do. So it's the same sort of repeating of the tradition.
One other thing about the pilgrimage is also, and I hope I get it right this time, and that has to do with when Prophet Abraham got the child named Ishmael through Hajra, then Sarah got a little jealous about it, and please correct me if I'm wrong. So he asked Abraham to please take the Sarah and the child away from here. So that's where they wound up, is in Mecca. This is what the revelation is in Mecca. So Ishmael, Mecca area was ruined, actually. There was nothing there, the sand and no water. So Ishmael was basically, as a baby, kicking the feet on the ground in order to be impatient about, needed to have some food or something like that. And a water started to come out of the floor in the middle of this, basically, a huge area with just nothing but sand. And that water continues to flow today in Mecca, Saudi Arabia. And that is a major source of the water for all that many years. We're talking about approximately 3,800 years ago. And that water is continuing to flow today. And that was done by Hajra's son Ishmael by kicking the sand, and the water started to flow out in the middle of this sand area. Am I right, Malana? Okay. I think I passed this test. Yes, Maliha. I believe that is a different area, if I'm not mistaken. It's called as the area where you go back and forth, because when the baby was kicking the sand, his mother, Hajra, basically was going from one spot to another spot because the sun was so bright that it created an illusion of that there is a water on that side. She went that side and there was no water. She came back this side and there was no water. So in that illusion, we do the 7 rounds of that water fountain. Okay, am I right, Maulana? Okay, thank you. Yes.
I have a question about, I think, the 17 stars up there. I was wondering if those have any.
All right. It's a very good observation. You know, we continue to say 12, and all of a sudden 17 stars show up there, right? Okay. A very good observation. I guess people are listening what we are saying, and that is a good thing. So we talked about 12. 12 are and I'm calling, loosely speaking, I'm calling them disciples, but they were actually descendants of Prophet Muhammad taking Islam farther and farther. So those are 12, okay? Then we include Prophet Muhammad's daughter, Fatima, as we see her grave is there and it's in the ruins. So that makes it 13. Then we have Prophet Muhammad, that makes it 14. And Maulana can help me with the 3 other. And I think the first one may be for Allah, God. So that makes it 15. Okay, then Abbas, that one of the sons of Prophet Muhammad. So that makes it. Imam Ali, Prophet Ali, Imam Ali.
That's Imam Husaini's brother and Imam Husaini's sister, Zainab.
Okay, and then their brother and sister. There are 2 of them more, so making it 17. All right, it's so high up that I can't read it. So I can't. I can't cheat that, you know. So I was always, I grew up with 12, and then it was 14, and that's where I stopped, you know. And I always knew that God was one of them, but was making it 15. I didn't know how 17 got there, but now I know it.
Husain was the leader, grandson. His brother Abbas, I just explained it all. His sister, after killing all of these people, they took the women. This never happened in the history. They took the women and children captives. Took them from Iraq. Karbala is located in Iraq, today's Iraq. All the way to Damascus. Took them to Damascus as captives. The leader of this group was a woman. Her name was Zainab. She was the sister of Hussein and granddaughter of the Prophet. She was very brave woman. And we said the role of men and women in Islam is equal, totally equal. And it is totally against what you hear from other people. When Islam started, there were two people supporting the Prophet. One his uncle, Abu Talib, one his wife, Khadija, men and women. After him, to spread the Islam, two people, men, two people, one man, one women. Ali, who was a cousin of the Prophet and also his son-in-law, and his daughter Fatima. This is our grave here, destroyed. This is when Islam was spread by these two, men and women equally. Then when Islam came in danger by the enemies who claim to be Muslims, unfortunately, and they killed Hussein, there are two people, men and women, Hussein and Zainab. Equally, they shared the responsibility to save and rescue Islam from that danger. So three stages, in all these three stages, men, women, men, women, men, women.
I also wanted to add to that is that, remember I mentioned that the difference between Sunni and Shia side of it. The Sunni section of Islam basically believes in only one out of the 12 imams that we talked about it, and that's Imam Ali, which is the first one, is the only one that they believe in it. They do not believe in the rest of them. So I want you to know the difference between between Islam, between Shias and Sunnis. I also wanted to lighten up a conversation a little bit and move to geography over here. Who can tell me that which country in the world has the highest population of Shias? Now remember we talked about Shias and Sunnis. Which country in the world has the majority or the highest population in the world? No, you can't say that. I want somebody from, anybody? No? It's a tough question, so go ahead, answer. Iran. That's a very good question. So, very good answer. So Iran is actually the one that has approximately, if I'm not mistaken, 95 to 97% of the population is Shiite. So I want you to know that, because you're going to hear a lot about Iran in coming days, if you're not hearing already, about the conflict between, as a matter of fact, on Monday, President Netanyahu is coming from Israel to tell President Barack Obama that to possibly attack Iran. So you will hear a lot. You will hear a lot about that. So I want you to know that that is the majority of that country has approximately 95 to 98% population is Shiite. Okay. Any other questions? Any other thing we can answer? We can discuss. I know it's time for the lunch, but what I would like to do, yeah. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Any person from the Jewish area? Any person from Jewish area? Oh, there you go. Thank you.
And because it's a sign of respect to God. So usually I'm Reformed, so in a synagogue, when you're on the eyes of God, you don't wear it, but more conservative and Orthodox will wear it all the time to show their signs of respect all the time.
You will also see in a lot of Muslim people also wear one of those a small cap also when they, especially when they're saying prayers. And it's very common in Sunni side of it that they wear. I know yarmulke is very short circle in the back side of it, but the Muslims in Sunni side they wear a complete a hat, a cap that captures most of their hair. Men, I'm talking about mainly. And I will also tell you one big difference within Islam, within Shiite religion. If you see Maulana, he's wearing a black turban. I'm sorry if I'm calling a turban. Is the right thing to say that? Yeah. So he's wearing a black one. Because he comes, his DNA actually comes all the way from Prophet Muhammad. So he's a descendant of Prophet Muhammad, generation after generation after generation. But if you see another, on the TVs, you might see other Maulana who might be wearing a white one. If they are wearing a white one, that means that they are not direct descendant of Prophet Muhammad. Just a, FYI type of thing. Any other question? Anybody has it? Or now the next thing what we have in our schedule is that we will perform a short prayer. And that prayer, basically, we have to align in such a way that we are facing Mecca. And it will take approximately 8 to 10 minutes maximum. Those people who are interested, you can join us if you want to. Remember I said the initial prayers that the chapter that's called Hamd, Alhamd, and I gave you the meanings of Alhamd. We recite that 8 times, so it makes it, for that's our afternoon prayers. We pray, we actually, as a Shia, we combine, well, we normally always say that we pray 5 times, okay? All Muslims pray 5 times. But in Shia religion, that we have actually combined a couple of prayers to make it at the same time. So we are actually, even though we're praying 5 times, but we make it 3 physical times. One before sun arises. The second and the third one is actually we combine together in the afternoon time, and the third and the fourth and the fifth one we combine in the evening time. Now this is how Shias do. Now how Sunnis do is that each one of those 5 times they will pray 5 different times. So the first one will be before the sun rises. The second one will be around noontime. The third one will be around 3 o'clock. The fourth one will be at the sundown, and the fifth one will be up maybe a couple hours later after the sundown. So they have 5 times call for prayers at the mosque. That's how they make it 5 times. But if you're in a Shia area or Shia religion, you actually go to mosque 3 times to make it still 5 times of prayers. Okay?
And still we have the choice to lead together.
Okay.
Separate.
Okay, so we also have a choice to say, make it 5 times or make it 3 times. I said, we all take an easy route to it. We do it 3 times.
In respect of our guests, so we don't take their time.
Right.
We offer just one
Okay.
prayer,
Okay, that's fine. All right, so what we'll do is that now we will just pray, and that he cut it down, Maulana cut it down to 4 to 5 minutes only. So you can just observe it, or you can join us however you want to do it. It's 100% your choice, but at least you'll be able to see us what we do. And then we'll have a lunch, and the lunch is, I was told that lunch is pizza and also some sandwiches, and we have a dessert for you also to try it. And so we'll and then make it a day out of it. I know you have to leave at 1:45, so we'll be perfectly all right. Okay? Thank you for everybody, and we're getting ready for prayer, so we'll take 2 or 3 minutes to get ourselves organized and approximately 5 minutes for prayers, okay? Thank you.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد أن عليا ولي الله أشهد أن عليا ولي الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير العمل حي على خير العمل الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله